on, guys? This is Mike with Become the Night. This is my first lesson video, so I really have no idea what in the hell I'm actually doing. Just kind of tooling around in the beginning there, because you know every lesson video has to be like, oh, watch me show off with something that's really not that difficult in the long run, but really is just years of practice and getting really clean at legato. So for my first lesson video, I really wasn't sure what to show you guys, because I feel like you guys are on some very varying skill levels. So I figured I'd show you something A, that was original, but B, that was something that would be fun no matter what skill level you're at least I think so. At least for a metalhead, I think it's fun. So this is a riff that I wrote a number of years ago, really like several years ago, that I haven't brought out in a while. And it's pretty cool. It's pedal tone based melodic type thing, kind of like an intro to a song. Let's give it a shot. I think I messed up one note at the end there. I'll be showing you guys how to play that today. So this is working off a very basic all downstroke rhythm. Now where this starts to become more of an exercise is the fact that you have to keep going back on this rhythm all downstroke in between strings. There's one part where you actually have to skip 2 strings. This would be a 16th note rhythm. So we're going to start out on the 5th fret of the A string and follow my hands. Next part is so both of those together would be the toughest part of that would possibly be having to roll or bar your pointer finger down because you're trying to maintain that pedal tone root note. Again, where this kind of becomes an exercise. Now, a slightly difficult part for those of you who don't have a whole lot of pinky strength. Next, we transfer to the 8th fret on the E string and continue the pedal motion as we climb up melodically. Again, using the roll on the pinky. Next part. I purposely made that a slide, A, because it sounds cool, and B, because it's actually easier than trying to bring your pinky down the whole way. So together that would be. Now the pedal tone is going to move to the 6th fret of the E string, and it'll go like this. And then last we slide down to the 5th fret on the E string, so now we're in the dominant position before we go back to the root. And the next part goes like this. Now, if you notice what I did there, I actually switched between using my middle finger and my pointer finger. That is actually crucial because you're going to need that extension of your pinky and the strength and stability of it to be upright for when you climb up the scale. What I'm actually doing is on the movement up to the 5th fret here, when I'm playing that as a melodic line, I am actually able to kind of scoot it in so that it's almost barred right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then roll it back when I go back to the pedal tone. So then the next part would be. So that last part all together. All right, now it's going to get a little more interesting. We're going to continue using the same pedal notes that we did, but we're going to change up the rhythm slightly and also alter the notes in the melody. This time I'm going to do it in bigger chunks since I think you'll be able to grasp it now. Notice I'm barring 3 strings right now because I need that pedal tone constantly, and then I'm actually utilizing those 2 notes as well. Now we're going to go back to the pinky on the 8th fret, and we're going to keep that as our pedal tone, and we're going to actually do the exact same notes, but the fingering is different. Let's take a look at that again and notice the pinky roll again. Now down to the 6th pedal tone, again altering the rhythm and altering the melody. Then again sliding down to the 5th fret. So let's tie this whole thing together and see how it sounds. Slowly at first. A couple of things to note when practicing this. You need to make sure that the transition between strings is clean. Notice how clean this is. If you can properly manipulate your hand on the fretting hand, you can actually mute the strings just by giving it a light roll of the hand. And the advice that I always give everyone is always practice to a metronome. It is of the utmost importance. That is the best way to ensure that you're putting the proper amount of space or time in between each note, and it also ensures that your picking hand and your fretting hand are in sync. So again, here's the whole thing. This is an exercise you can use to strengthen your down pick and also practice going in between strings with it. As far as being a metalhead goes, this skill is essential. There it is, guys. Thank you very much. Rock on.